Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, today we're making a few maneuvers. We're adding our queen excluders to the colonies. Also, we'll be upgrading one of our 5-frame splits to a 10-frame box, and then putting a few foundation, starter foundation frames, not full foundation frames. So just a strip, basically a foundation, right? In between, do a little checkers boarding for them so that they can start building up, and basically let them take it from there. And also we'll be checking on the colonies to see how they're doing. Right, you can see right behind me right now there's a frenzy going on right here. Yes, there's a frenzy going on right here. Right, it seems to be a lot of flow. Hope it's not any robbing. I doubt it's any robbing, because sometimes bees from other colonies will go and rob out other colonies of their resources, in particular their nectar and honey. So I don't think that's what's happening really. I just think maybe it's a very busy day. Hopefully. I'll find out shortly. But let's go, guys, see what's going on. Yeah, so basically before we jump into our latest video, we went back to do a follow-up on the colonies, and as you can see, nectar storage was going well, and they were very busy at it. So for this portion, it just shows the activity that they were going on with. In our upcoming video though, we will show you how well they have kept those same frames that I just showed you. Like this one, you will see how they would have kept the honey, because you could see the start of the process right here. But in the current video that we'll be discussing today, we'll show how they capped, or what capped honey looks like. A lot of persons want to know, what does capped honey look like? We'll get to see that today. Alright, so this was basically our number 1 hive that I was going through at the moment. But today, as I said before, we'll be focusing on I did go back and make some changes. I think I didn't video that portion though. Alright, but we get to see what's happening currently today with the hives. Additionally, on the frames, you will notice you see some very large size cells. Those are not regular brood. They are called drone cells. For those who don't know, drone cells are male bees. So I would say they're equal in size as a queen. So the drone bees and the queen bee are about the same size. They're the largest of the bees. So the cells that are made for them has to be much bigger to hold their pupa right all the way to larvae. They grow much bigger, so they have to make room for them to grow. So that is why you see those protrusion on the frame, right? So the next time you see me holding up some frames, you see some big cells, protrusion on the frame, those are drone cells. The queen cell will be much bigger actually. Yeah, the queen is, you could say she's slightly bigger than the drone, slightly, not by much, but her cells are very large. They'll be hanging off the frame, so to speak. Alright, so let's get into our current video now, as we show how we go about sorting out the splits, putting in our queen excluders. So here, as you can see, I've basically started the process. I've put in 5 of the frames already, so I leave a little space in between, because basically I'll be doing all the checkers boarding, right? So I'm going to checkers the first 2 and let those 2 stay together. I'll put 1 foundation right here, slide over, Now I grab another one right here. Sends a little damage. I'll put one more right here. And then I'll put a next one right in between these frames here. Ideal to disturb because they don't know why I'm messing with them. And then I'll put my last two frames at the end. This one's a little damaged. I can't use this one. Needs a little fixing right there. One here. I don't think I need to fill out the frames right now because they will not build that out that fast, but I'll just leave two there for now. So I'm going to basically put it back where I have this 5 frame. I'm going to basically reinstall my 10 frame box right here. Put in some water in the bottle and then be on with it. Because if you can see in the box, a lot of them in there right now. So I'm going to shake them out in the new box shortly. Because as you can see, some coming in with pollen and they're like, where are the frames? What's going on? Where are the rest of these? But I'm going to start that out shortly. So there we have it, guys. We just basically transported the box right here. And then I fixed that final frame for it to make it 10. So we'll give them some time to build those out. I might feed them some sugar syrup to encourage them to, as in to speed up the work in building out those frames, but I doubt I need to. But what I'm going to do also, I'm going to reinstall my entrance reducer. Just a piece of stripper board basically, guys. So I'm going to put back this entrance. If you notice what these bees right here are doing, what do you think these bees right here are doing? Right now, these bees at the entrance, they're basically, they have the butt up in the air. It's basically a way of letting the returning bees, the foraging bees, know that this is where your home is. So basically they're sending a signal to say, you guys, you need to land right here. This is the entrance. This is where your home is. Right? So they're very smart creatures, guys. Very organized. You know, all of the flight patterns, they basically teach new foraging bees where to go and forage. You know? So right now a lot of them younger bees in front of that hive over there, some of them could just be doing reorientation. You know, young bees learning to fly for the first time. So not necessarily robbing taking place there, guys. But we'll check it out nonetheless. So we're going to basically close up this box and head on to the next. Yes, guys. So last time we were here, we made a double check on this hive. There was a recently installed soup on this hive. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do a follow-up to see how they have built out the foundation and how the storage of nectar are going. And also we'll be installing one of these queen excluders on this hive to prevent the queen from laying any eggs in the super at this point. Right? We'd have hoped for them to reach this stage where we have 2 brood box, then a super on top, but we just have to give them some time to build up maybe. Let's see what's going on. Well, guys, don't know if you're seeing this, but they have done some lovely work, guys. They have built out the frame very lovely, and on top of that they have started storing nectar, guys, which is great. And if you notice, the cell size are huge, so it's primarily for nectar storage, guys. Primarily. Well, guys, I'm gonna draw this frame right here. They have done a good job again in their storage. They have built it out very nicely too, guys. They have built it out very nicely. You can see it. You can see the different color nectar in there, darker nectar. So honey storage is going on fairly well. So what I will do, I will check these to make sure that the queen hasn't laid any egg in these. I don't really want to be shaking off all of these frames right now, but let's see how we work it out. So let's check this final frame over here. The rest of the frames were filled with you could say, but if you look carefully, a fair amount of nectar here, guys. Let me turn in the sun so you can see it clearly. So this frame is fairly filled with nectar, and just a matter of time before they cap over this honey. So we'll put back this frame, let them keep working like they do. Alright, so this colony has been a success, guys, and most definitely I'll be putting on an excluder on a third box. So I'm not going to trouble them as is. They have built up strength pretty quickly, and I'm simply just going to add on the queen excluder, put a third box on, and let them start their storage of honey. At this point, we're going to be checking on hive number 1. Hive number 3 is doing well. Our new, we call it official hive number 4 is doing pretty well, a split from hive number 1. We're going to check on the storage that has been taking place in hive number 1, because it's soon time to maybe do some extracting of honey, guys. So we're going to show a very good example of what cap honey look like, guys. So let me switch around the camera. This is what cap honey looks like, guys. You can see that? It's pretty capped. A few left not capped yet, but that's what cap honey looks like, guys. That film of protection showing that the honey is ready, guys. This is another good example of honey being capped, guys. As you can see the honey being capped, and then the nectar is right inside the panels, guys. You can see the lovely honey being stored here. So this is my first official super, guys, because the rest of supers basically don't have any queen excluder, so I allow the queen to lay. These have some residual brood, but in short order it will be backfilled with honey, guys. So lovely work being done here. Lovely work being done here. Let me see what this frame is like. I have a few foundation frames. This one is fairly heavy. Okay, I would need some help lifting that one with one hand, guys. So they're doing fairly well here. They're doing fairly well. So I'm going to be showing an excellent example of cap honey against, guys. As you can see, guys, this frame is well capped, almost finished. So you know that yes, we will be reaping honey pretty soon, guys. And this is hive number 3 we'll be checking out. So everybody over there is doing pretty well. Split back in their new box. New triple or new official super third box up there did well. Our newly installed super well built out. Everything going well, guys. Not to mention one around the back, most of them only been capped. So we're curious to find out what's happening with these guys. We see a lot of activity as the doorways, but hopefully that means they're working hard and bringing in a lot of storage, guys. But let's delve into this box and see what's happening. So first we'll check this one over here. See what's happening. Well, they're doing pretty well, guys. I don't know if you see that, but it's purely filled with nectar, guys. Well filled, I must say. Some lovely honey storage happening here, guys. Lovely honey storage. I'm just going to rest this frame right here. Move on to our second frame. Well, I did smoke these guys properly, so. Well, you can see a lot of cap brood here. Right, a lot of cap brood on this frame. So, with honey up top, but as soon as we put in our super, that will solve our problem, guys. That will solve all of our problems. Let me check this next frame. Well, they're doing pretty well, guys. They're doing pretty well. So I'm just gonna close up back this box because they're doing pretty well. So the next time I return, I'll be putting on a third box, the official super, with most definitely I'll be installing my queen excluder at that point. They're doing pretty well, man. Let me give these guys a smoke. They're getting curious to see what's happening up here. Let me just smoke them a little. Grab this frame here. See what's happening. Once again, so they're doing pretty well. Pretty well. So, and based on what I'm seeing happening with this frame, you can see that the queen is now taking charge of this second box. So more than likely, they'll be turning the lower brood box into their official pollen storage, guys. Well, unfortunately, guys, we had to cut things short. The weather changed pretty fast around here sometimes. Alright, some clouds came over and brought some moisture, and that was it. But most definitely we'll pick up where we left off. And next time, more than likely, you'll see me going through the process of how to draw honey. So make sure to subscribe, give a thumbs up and a like. See you next time, guys.